Let us see how can we run each component now one by one. So what I can do is in this run.py file, I can now execute each component using the Python client that mlflow provides me. So now all I need to do is I need to run this function called mlflow.run, provide the path of the particular component I want to run. And then if you remember, we had an ML project file, and in that project file, we had entry points. So in all the components we've created, the entry point has been main. So I specify that my entry point for data validation component, whose path I provided over here, is main. And then I specify the parameters in terms of a Python dictionary. As of now, I am hard coding these paths in this parameters dictionary. But later on, we will try to ameliorate this issue as well. So let's see if I can run one component and call it just from my run.py file. So all I then need to do is, you can see I have a run.py file and these are all my components. I simply just say python run.py. And since I've defined the logic to run the first component, only the first component will be run. But you can now very well imagine that I can come over here and define the logic to run the second component, for example. So I can say mlflow.run and I can provide the URI of the second component, which if you look at the path specifications over here, here is run.py and we have a directory feature engineering over here. So I can just say feature engineering over here, and then I'll specify the entry points, I'll specify the parameters, so on and so forth. I hope you get the gist. So in the next couple of videos, let's try to run all these components one after the other. So here is a bit of a typo, let me get rid of it. Yeah. So in the next video, what I'll do is I'll complete the code to run the feature engineering component also and the model training component also. And I'll show you how this way of calling each component using the mlflow Python client enables us to run one component after the other. Now, in case, let's say the data validation component fails, it will throw an error and the execution of this run.py script will be halted. And it ensures now that after one component's execution is finished, only then the next component can be run. So in the next video, let me meet you and put in the code to run both feature engineering and model training components.